Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be doing another episode of terraforming the entire solar system in the latest terraforming update. So, if you missed the last video we did on this, we attempted to do Jupiter and its moons, but we ran into a lot of bugs. But the game has been updated since then. I've also received some very useful information from Brent from the Universe Sandbox team, so massive thank you to him for providing this. He watched the whole video and literally went through all of the things I saw and told me about them, so I've got a lot of extra insight into some of the ways you can do things, and also a lot of the things we did encounter were bugs, but then some of them were a little more just things I should have known, really. But there's a few little bits and stuff I've learned from what he's told me, which should be quite useful for continuing on in this simulation. So without further ado, let's see if I can do it this time. Let's give it a go. So we're right where we left off. I've put a fresh Jupiter in, fresh moons, so we're going to immediately start with Jupiter itself. If we've got any issues, we can always go back to the previous save. But the first thing we need to do is at Jupiter, we need to completely eradicate the hydrogen. So, and the helium as well. Remember the helium. So I'm going to put that straight to 0. This is going to... Oh, that's the moons. Watch out for the moons. I'm going to put helium straight to 0 as well. Okay. Now, he told me when you press play, it should just turn into a rocky planet. But what we're going to do is... we're going to obviously auto-orbit the moons because we don't want those breaking away. I think they did run for a slight second when I did reduce that. So let's just see how we do. There you go. Okay, everyone seems to be okay. Cool. And then when you press play, see, look, now it becomes a rocky planet. So before, because I kept the simulation paused, I didn't know about that. But I do now. So there you go. It should still have its 10-hour rotation. Hours? 9? Yeah, okay, right. We'll check that up later. Right, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, save. Every few little bits will keep saving. So there you go. Right. First of all, need an atmosphere. Composition. How are we looking here? So let's see how we do. There was some button called... whereabouts is it? There was something called simulate emissivity from composition. I completely butchered the way that said, but there's a button that I think it's called simulate emissivity from composition. There's some button there that apparently you need to press if you change stuff from the composition tab itself, but honestly I cannot find it, so I've asked him where that is, so if we need it I'll have to come back on that and try and find it. But yeah, there'd be some tab. He said composition, so I have no idea where that button actually is, but hopefully we won't need it. But apparently it's to do with if you manually start adjusting the layers, meaning these buttons here, adding more CO2 doesn't do anything. So you have to press this button that will make it do it again, but I don't know where that button is. So we'll have to try it without it. So what we'll do is, I'm hoping that just lowering the stuff won't change it too much. I'm hoping. But first of all, we're going to start by adding some atmosphere to this guy. So... well, we're going to try anyway. So what I'm going to do is, not planetscaping, so material. So, carbon dioxide. Now this is the thing that could get us, is the mass here. Because I don't know exactly how much we're throwing on here, so... okay, 2 masses of Mars atmosphere. Okay, so not too much. I don't obviously want to throw loads and loads on, so we're going to take it very slowly, very carefully, and we're going to try... just adding little blaps of it in. That should hopefully get an atmosphere kicked off on Jupiter. So we'll see how we do. So again, this is all carbon dioxide. So we'll throw just a few little blobs of it around. I want to see how that does to start off with. So there you go. Cool. Now, do I start adding water? Yeah, I kind of want to get up to a good temperature before we start adding water. So we're going to leave that alone for now. Now I'm going to let the simulation run. I just want to see how Jupiter sorts itself out with that on its surface. I'm hoping that should start to give it a bit of atmosphere or warm up. I mean, we can always we can start adding atmosphere ourselves as well. So if we go down here, so you can see it's building atmosphere already, just from what we've just added. So it is changing itself. So we need to let it sort itself out first. So let's see how we do. Let the simulation run a little faster. So we should start seeing atmosphere appear. As you can see, it's very dim. Very blank. What's going on with the moon orbits here? See, oh, it looks like Jupiter may be struggling to hold on to some of these now. As we can see, it's lost most of its mass. So, to counter that out, we need to obviously give it its mass back. So we're just going to double that up because it doesn't matter. That's completely fine. So yeah, we'll put it at 0.1 Jupiter just so it's enough to hold on, but it doesn't really matter. As long as the moon's orbits are fine, that really isn't a problem. So IO, Europa. But yeah, removing all that hydrogen and helium, we did remove a lot of its mass. So as you can see, your IO's orbit has already changed. It's a little further out than it should be now, so we'll just slowly lower that down again. I don't know its orbit off by heart, but we're going to place it roughly back there. We'll just see how we do. So there you go. Cool. Alright, cool. So that's running better now since we've given Jupiter its mass again. So there you are. Alright. How are we doing on that atmosphere we were building? Because we may need, maybe we need a little more than that. So let's have a look. Surface down here. Okay. So I want to say we need a little more still. So let's continue throwing stuff on. A bit more carbon dioxide in there. Get a bigger spray there. There you go. I'm hoping that'll start to build our atmosphere up a bit. Okay, slowly but sure. See, looking at that, that doesn't make too much sense to me. How it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. So yeah, I'm not really sure where we need to go there. I'm hoping we'll give it more to warm it up, really. I mean, is there anything we can do to just like add it up ourselves? What if I just start? What if I put it just to 1? See, that's really strange. Look, see, it will just go down again. Oh, see, I don't know. Again, this doesn't make much sense to me as the atmosphere changes itself. So, very, very bizarre. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm going to try and figure it out myself. And I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, everyone. So, what I've done is, it didn't take long at all. I went to the composition here. And what I did was I melted all of the frozen carbon dioxide. Because that was all solid carbon dioxide we had on the surface here. It was all just frozen up. So, what I did was I melted it. Then I put the temperature to 5. And then it turned into gas form, which now has built our atmosphere up. Because obviously if we were trying to, as far as I understand it, we were just trying to increase the atmosphere pressure with solid carbon dioxide on the surface. Therefore, that wasn't actually going into the atmosphere, hence why we weren't really building up much of an atmosphere. But if we look now, we should have a little more on the atmosphere tab here. 59 ATM, for instance. So, again, that's a little too much there. But that's still a decent start. And now I seems to understand a little more how it works. So I'm going to just see how hot Jupiter actually goes to here. We can see the atmosphere is completely thicked over. Again, I'm not sure if this is the best way of doing it, but that was the only way I could sort of figure it out for it to work. Because I was adding carbon dioxide to the surface and it was just freezing, so it wasn't going into the atmosphere. As far as I understand it, that's what was happening. So now this guy's actually going. Is that liquid on the? So that is liquid. So we've still got liquid on there as well as gas. So that is very, very interesting. I'm going to lower that down just so we can actually see what's going on. Okay, right. So how hot is our temperature going now? I just want to let this run for a bit. See how Jupiter's actually functioning over a long period of time. Just do a few orbits. Let's just see sort of how we're going here. Cool. See how high it actually gets. It's taking multiple years for it to really sort of sort itself out here. So let's see how we do. God, it really is taking its time, isn't it? Okay. So slowly but surely it is warming up a little too hot for what we're liking now, which isn't really what we want. So see, that's changing surface. How are we looking here? How's that ATM? Oh, see, look at this. Whoa. Look at this, just guys skyrocketing. I wish there was a way you could disable this, because it's a bit annoying where it's just got, you know, you add a little too much and it goes over the top, then you have to keep adding it up and down. I'd much rather you sort of control this yourself. Because if I put that to 1,000, it's just to increase again. There's no way to sort of hold it in place like a lock button. I think that could be quite useful, really. But we'll just have to see how it works. So we can see that it's getting way too hot. You can see all that liquid we had on the surface, that's all evaporating now, so it's all gone into the atmosphere. So we need to find a way to chill Jupiter down again. So again, I'm going to try and I think we're just going to have to try and lower this carbon dioxide. I'm going to half it straight away. Hopefully that will give us a bit of a change. But I have no idea if that's going to change our atmosphere pressure or not. So it's still going down. What if I just halve it again? Or double halve it? So that has made an effect there. Okay. So it's still going up though, so still not preferable. So Again, I'm going to just try and lower this just really high. Maybe you just don't see that we've got the zone. The zone's gone down now. So that could be very useful information for us. So now it's getting too cold again. So what I'll do is I'll redouble it up. So now it's in the red zone, which ideally should be where you want. So now is it going to warm up? So let's reset it to 0. Okay, so that's still not enough. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll slowly increase it more. Just let that red zone go out a bit more. Try and find the exact perfect spot for it. Okay, so is it looking like it's going to... Positive 18. No, so it's still not enough really yet. Alright, let's give it a little more. Just slowly but surely adding it on the composition graph. I think that's probably the best way to get it exactly where you want it. Probably is using the composition buttons here. Because just to throw material on it, just either you get too little or too much. So... Okay, so still a little too... Still freezing a little too much. Alright, let's continue. Now again, guys, I'll figure this out, and I'll be right back with you. So we'll skip all the boring stuff of me trying to function it out. Okay, everyone, so we're back now. As you can see, Jupiter's sitting at a nice sort of 10, 11 degrees, just chilling there. So that is ideally a very great temperature to be at. So what I'm going to do for the time being is we're throwing a save in, of course, while we've actually got it at a good reasonable temperature there. We're definitely going to save there. So now we've got that locked in. You can see its temperature's still a little, still increasing a little more, but we can always go and change the albedo a bit if we need to. What I'm going to attempt to do now is we're going to start adding water. Now this could be where it gets a little more tricky, so we're going to go and see how that functions. Oh wow! Oh look at that! Oh, what is going on there? Surely that can't be right. No way! No way! That's got to be a glitchy. Surely. How we do it? So the ATM's 101, so that's sitting consistent at 101 now. That's perfect. So it's not... Oh, no, it's going down a bit. Okay. Alright. How are we doing on layers? 246. Again, though, the infrared efficiency, that doesn't make much sense to me. What if I try to just hold it in position? Would it... Oh. That's confused. That's mind-boggling. It's just... The layers have all gone down as well. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Okay, I hope I haven't just blown it up. But let's see how... Let's just run it again. I want to see what happens. Oh, dearie me. Okay, right, yeah. That's why you save, people. But again, that didn't seem quite right to me at the layers there. Oh, not the layers. The infrared efficiency was just going up, down, up, down, up, down. But again, if it works, we'll leave it alone. So, cool. Right. Again, enough of me mucking it about. We'll try and attempt to add some water now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to composition. I'm going to try and use composition tab more than actually ejecting or throwing material on it, because this may actually work a little better in our favour. So, and actually surface texture. Let's pick a nice surface texture first. So planet 15, that's one I always quite like to use. It's got the craters. If I do double 15, because Jupiter, as we know, has a lot of interaction with asteroids, so it makes sense that it is pretty beaten up. So what's another good texture? That's good craters on it. I think I'll put 15 as the primary and secondary. Let's see how we do here. 14, 16. Let's actually just look at the ones on here. I'll do it on the elevation map once so we can actually see the textures properly. 7, 8. I really like the crater ones. They're the cooler ones. So 10, 11. That one's got a few craters on it. A few little dashes with 11. Okay, 12, 13. 13's got a few. 14. 15's obviously the one I want to use. Yeah, 15 is definitely the best one for me. Could always mix it with maybe a mercury texture and then just give it a little more greater action. Have that sort of fluffed out a bit. But yeah, Jupiter's gonna have a lot of stuff going on. Right, okay. So I think that's still carbon dioxide on the surface there. Okay, so now it's gone to 95. See that again? That doesn't make much sense to me. Again, I'm going to go back. Maybe we'll just leave it the way it is, just so it doesn't break it. But that's strange. I've just changed in the surface texture. Has just increased the temperature to that level. So again, let's just run it. Let's just make sure that's happily sitting at 12, isn't it? Look. Okay, increasing maybe a little bit. It's going up, down, up, down. Okay, so that, as far as we know, that temperature is fine. I'm not going to change anything towards the composition now other than start adding water. But as I slow the simulation down, it increases again. Very, very strange. If I increase it. Okay, now it drops as I make the simulation run faster. Ooh, that truly is a mystery, isn't it? Oh, wow, okay. Slow down, it'll increase again. That is beyond bizarre. That is really, really strange. I guess running the simulation too fast, it can't keep up, maybe. But look, it's increasing. That doesn't make sense. But composition, surface. I'm gonna add more bit of albedo then. In that case, make it a little reflect a little more, just to give it a little more. Let's just get that green zone in a little closer. So that's definitely closer than what it was. Still increasing. Man, this is just annoying. Right. That's surely... It's still increasing. That doesn't make sense. I've made it more reflective. How's it increasing? Look, if we speed it up, it will go down. Now it's going to go down even more because I've done that. But then if I slow down the simulation, it increases again. What is that? That makes no sense. Surely that can't be right. The game never used to do that. Man, this update is full of mysteries. I don't understand a lot of these. Right, anyways, what do I want to do? I don't want to shoot water. I want to add water manually. I want to see what happens when we start throwing water into the equation. So, where are we? Water. Yes. I don't want to add it in massive Jupiter. Let's switch that off. Because that's where trouble starts to occur. I just want to add it slowly because I don't want to spray a huge load on and just completely ruin it. So I'm going to just slowly add water. We just times 2 it. How's that looking on atmosphere of Earth or Earth, ocean mass, moon mass? There we go. Oh, I don't know about this. It seems a bit risky to me. It still hasn't appeared yet. If I just put it to 1. Oh, man, I don't know. So there is water on it. I have no idea where it is yet. Let's look at our ocean layer. That's quite low, isn't it? Okay, so there's ocean there. I think that's still carbon dioxide. That can't be ice. I don't know what liquid that is. I think that's still carbon dioxide liquid there. If I remove this, there you go. Right. So we're still getting a few liquid carbon dioxide up here, though. That's really... So the gas is actually... The gas is going down for carbon dioxide. Interesting. Now, where's our water? Some of it's going into gas form. See, look at this. See, look, why is that doing that? That was sitting comfortably until I added water, and it's made all the difference. Oh, that is so strange. But maybe we need the water on before we start actually doing things. ATM, look at... Oh, my God. Look at that. That is absolutely mad. That just kills it. Oh, my gosh. Okay. This infrared thing is driving me crazy going up and down. Okay, let's just do it ourselves. I'm hoping that won't... Okay, there we go. So you look at the ATM just completely changed. So what's happening there? Is that just going to completely wipe our atmosphere? Or no, it's sitting... Oh, it's going up again. Okay. God, it's so weird. Ah, there you go. A bit of water going on there. Average is too high, though, for my liking. So that ATM is going down. But again, I wish you could stop it because I don't know what's causing that to drop. I mean, if we look here, I'm guessing it's this. This was... The gas mass was going down at one point. Or it isn't now. Water... Okay, so water gas is going down. If I put it to 50... So it still increases from 50. Okay, so maybe a little more... Give it a little more albedo then. Just make it a little more reflective. Okay, but we're starting to get somewhere now. So again, I'm actually going to make a save point here because I want to actually keep the progress I've made. So there you go. Cool. But compared to last time when we attempted this in that video showing the bugs, this is a major improvement. We've actually got something functioning and working now. So this is good stuff. So I think we'll start with we'll start trying to beautify Jupiter a bit. Give it an atmosphere. I'm going to put this down to 0. Okay, there you go. I don't want a simulated colour, thank you. I want a nice regular colour. Right. Jupiter's starting to come together. We're starting to get something looking good here. And then I want to go with the colours. Obviously, we're going to change the colours. It's vegetation, obviously that won't work. City lights, we'll throw those on. Keep them orange, why not? Base colour. Right. Is it colours? Custom, there you go. Looking good. Oh, it's already got quite a nice... The custom colours the game's given it. Already, not too shabby, actually. Okay. So it's actually given us a really nice default colour list there. Not bad at all. So we're going to give it a little more sandy patches. What colour is this? So that's the dominant sort of shade. So keep that as a more pale colour. And then the high elevation, this region here. Have some snow patches on Jupiter? Yeah, why not? So more sort of foresty area there. Yeah, okay. Keep it maybe with a dark green forest. There you go. Liquid colour. Again, why not? Give it a little more custom, give it a nice sort of custom shade. What can make it maybe a more pale blue? I could quite like that actually. That does look quite nice. Yeah, that's a nice mix. Now, Jupiter, as we know, Jupiter's known for its storms, so I think it would only make sense that it does keep the storms of some aspects, so I'm going to keep them like that. So, as far as I'm concerned, the object's fairly nicely customised now. Just want to maybe thin out the some of the atmosphere a bit. Maybe a little less the cloud coverage as well. So, I think that's in a good position-wise and visual-wise, that's in a good position. So, it's all about just seeing how that temperature reacts now. So ideally we want it in the 10 to 20 mark. That's always my target for these. So still cooling down, but if it's, you know, I think the rest of this hopefully can be done with albedo. I'm hoping we can mostly do... we've got the... I think albedo should be able to sort that out. So I'm going to let Jupiter sort itself out for a bit. I don't think we need to do too much in terms of that. When we could try lowering the infrared emission. I have no idea what this is going to do, but we could try. See, look, 1580 MC. That is a comfortable number there. I don't want to really change that, but I want to maybe just lower the infrared. So again, I'm going to, before we change that, I want to lower this down. I want to make sure that that is functioning properly before we start changing settings. I want to half that. I want to see if that makes a difference. Okay, so it is cooling down slowly. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna save on top of that. As while Jupiter is figuring itself out, we're gonna go and start on IO. So I think if I remember last time in that test video, or the bug video, I think I attempted to make IO a swamp world. So we're gonna try and aim that for this time as well. So IO, hello, right, first of the moons. Looking good. So there's Jupiter. Oh yeah, slow down. Right, there you go. Looking great. Right, so the first of the moons now. So this is where we restart again. So, we don't need to change anything on the mass. I'm going to immediately start adding carbon dioxide. And we do not want to add it in Earth masses because that will be a real nightmare. There you go. So if you switch this link units on, it will change stuff. So, I'm going to slowly start trying to add it. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So it doesn't like you adding them like that then. Interesting. Sulfur dioxide, that's all gotta go. Straight away. Gone. Don't want that. There you go. Jupiter's spinning very fast, isn't it? maybe that would be something we need to look into. But carbon dioxide, can we start adding... Ooh, that's a bit annoying. Let's go with 1 Mars atmosphere straight away. That should hold on. Maybe we'll just add in enough at once. So, there we go. Is that in gas form as well? It is. Okay. So we should start to see an atmosphere on this sky up here now. Yeah, okay. There you go. Cool. Let it run a little more. Let IO wake up a bit. So how are we looking here? Put it to 0 just to get a benchmark. Okay, so obviously that's going to start cooling. Carbon dioxide. So what's going on here? So you can see, you know, there is numbers changing there. Okay. Ah, that's simulated. Let's turn that off. So we can see, we'll just leave it as red for now so we can see there is an atmosphere on there. Okay. Temperature's obviously going to cool down a bit still. But we want to obviously get this guy higher. So the ideal spot was about 15 ATM on Jupiter. But this will vary. So I'm going to increase our layers a bit. Actually, look at the zone, because that's where we want to be looking, is where the habitable zone is. So increase this up. Because this is the useful button. So I'm going to put a 90. Let's stick with 90. Let's see how we do at 90. Put it to 0 degrees. So that's warming up. Okay. And the carbon dioxide is in there as well. Alrighty. Okay. So let's start with the water now. Let's try and all build it all at the same time. So I'm kind of tempted to more spray the water on, really, but I think it's probably easy just to add it on this way. So no, but this is in masses of Earth here, so I need to be very careful how much I'm adding to this. So, because the moon did just get bigger when I did that. So it is cooling down now. Not what we want. Okay, that's not too much actually. That's fine. Yeah, it's nowhere near enough water on it. Okay, that's fine then. 1.91 oceans of Earth of water. Where is our ocean? I'm guessing it's still under the... It's probably the sea level, isn't it? Oh, going behind the planet there. There you go. Yeah, it's just the sea level wasn't high enough. There you go. There's IO starting to fill up. So it's all about the surface level here. So there you go. All right. Cool. So that's where we want the water. So now it's just about getting the temperature where we want it. See how IO's temperature changes. So it's increasing now. All right. Okay. So maybe IO is going to be a cooler kind of swamp-like world. So now atmosphere. Stick with that. City lights. Go for green. And they're always on. Yeah. All right. Cool. Ocean seems a little higher than I want it. I'm going to decrease that down a bit. Now base color we want. Yeah, custom. Now we want to make IO a swamp-like world, so we're going to make it pretty green. A lot of murky green in there. So underneath that is what it's looking like. Very nice. Okay. Looking pretty good, actually. Liking the way that's turned out. Again, the ocean levels keep changing a bit too much for my liking. Let's add that. I don't know if that's because we're losing water by any chance. I have no idea. No, the liquid and gas are the same. Okay, so there's IO though. Let's see how we're doing there. Clouds. Where's our clouds? Guessing they're all phased out. There you go. Let's give IO some clouds. There you go. Pasty up. I'm going to give it more of a sort of dirty, murky, swamp coloured clouds. So more of a green shade, I think, mixed in there. Maybe more of a lime colour, actually. It's more murky look. Watercolour as well. I'm actually going to change that. We like a bit of customisation. So I'm thinking more of a... Oh. See, again, look, you can see the... it almost looks like the land is... I don't know, it's just one side of IO is higher than the other, actually. Never mind. So it comes underneath quickly. Make sure that colour's looking good. So a swampy world, I'm thinking it's going to be more of a green shade, isn't it? That's really, ooh. So once a volcano, now more of a swampy place. There you go. That's looking good, actually. I'm liking it. Not too bad at all. Got some life likelihood on it as well. That's good. As long as it has at least something for the life likelihood, that's fine by me. Let's see by Jupiter. What's Jupiter's stats saying? Okay, yeah, alright. Little bit of percentage. Still a little warm though. Maybe give that a little more later on. But there you go. So there's IO. IO's looking good. So I'm going to leave IO alone. We'll let IO sort itself out. I think maybe it could do with a little more temperature. So maybe we'll just lower the albedo of IO down just a little bit. So we're going to put that down to maybe 0.5. Just a tad bit increase there. Again, we're going to throw a save in. Very important to save. Looking great. Okay. Cool. Right, good progress here. Right, Europa next. Now, Europa would be an easy one. I just want it as a full ocean world to represent what it really is at the moment. It's a frozen ice ball. All it needs is some temperature. So, same process. Add the carbon dioxide. Give it some atmosphere just to work off, and then build from there. So, we'll go with Mars. I think that's a good benchmark to start. So, immediately added some carbon dioxide to Europa. Now, temperature. Oh, I say atmosphere. Yes. Let's see what we got down here. So, it's already got a little thing going on. So, I'll just start you at 1 ATM. We'll see how we go from there. So, it's decreasing. Okay. Not good. Not what we want. So, that will keep decreasing. So, I think we need more carbon dioxide in that case. So, let's double that. See how the atmosphere behaves itself. 1 ATM, please. No? Okay. Infrared. So, ideally, we want more there. So, remember, this guy's already got plenty of water. It's just temperature. Just needs temperature. There's already plenty of water chilling on Europa. So, let's double that again. That's 2 masses of Earth in carbon dioxide now. Let's see how we're doing there. Turn the infrared up a bit, maybe. Needs an atmosphere. Why is it all 0 layers? 1 layer. ATM. 1 ATM, please. Oh, so it keeps dropping. See, I don't understand that. Why? Is it because it's... Ooh, carbon dioxide is in solid form. So, we need it in liquid form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little kick. I'm going to put it to 0 degrees. That should hopefully give it the kick and make all that carbon dioxide go into the atmosphere, maybe? Yes? No? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's going up. I do think if you force its temperature, it will change. Let's look at it now. Yes, see? So, if the planet is too cold, or moon or planet is too cold, and you add carbon dioxide, the carbon dioxide will stay as a solid form. Therefore, it will not generate your atmosphere. So, you need a bit of temperature before the carbon dioxide is added. Otherwise, it will freeze. So, if we manually put it to 0, that carbon dioxide will go into gas form and therefore start building an atmosphere. As far as I understand it, if I am wrong, please let me know. But that's as far as I'm getting it. That seems to be sort of how it works, and that's how the game reacts to it as well. I'm going to lower the albedo of Europa. Let's let it run for a bit. I want to see how this pans out. There you go, looking good. It's still getting cold there, of course, but that's fine because we're building up an atmosphere right now. If I just forcibly put it to 1. There you go. So that's still increasing as well. Okay. So you can see it's all gone over now. Carbon dioxide is building up. Perfect. Now, obviously out here, we need some layers. We need to get a bit more going on here. So I think 15 was the sweet spot, wasn't it, for Jupiter moons? Maybe a little more then. Okay. Just give it a little more. Get it in that region. There you go. So it's in the green. Now it's still increasing. So we need to sort of see how that actually fixes itself out. I'm going to put it straight to 0. See how we fathom out now. Okay, there you go. Look at the Earth and Moon orbit wobbling around like mad. Right, Europa. So what we want to do with you as well is atmosphere. You are way too thick for my liking. Let's thin that out for sure. We're going to go with a nice, simple blue, representing sort of Earth's colour. So there you go. And obviously, opacity is too thick for my liking. We want that on this. So let's go all the way down to Europa quickly. Oh my God! Slow down. Right, colour. Yes, nice blue, please. Thank you. There you are. Cool. Now, it's all that ice on the surface. We've already got water. It just needs to be good temperature and we can melt it. So I think we can already do it now, actually. So, melt. There you go. Full ocean world. That's what Europa should be. Coverage, clouds. Yes, there you go. And simple as that for Europa, really. It's got all the water already. There's no chance of solid land being on it. It's already got all the water you need. Just give it temperature. So Europa, a full-on ocean world. Looking good. Opacity of atmosphere. There you go. Maybe a little too blue, maybe a little, make it a little more thinner on the blue. Put that to 0 as well. Don't want a two-tone for Europa. There you go, nice and simple. Clouds, we'll give it a little more or something. What about wispy clouds? A bit of wispiness in there. There you go. Imagine the ocean waves that the Europa would kick up with Jupiter being a parent planet and that close to it. Because remember, Jupiter would have quite a big pull on Europa, as well as it does on Io in reality. So the amount of waves and massive tidal waves that this moon would have would probably be pretty mad. Essentially, you've got the other moons' gravity tugging on them as well. That would be a pretty wild place to go surfing if you like surfing. I mean, yeah, Europa. There you go. Ocean colour, just to keep it custom. Maybe we'll give Europa a custom ocean, some colour. How does that look underneath? It's a little too deep blue, isn't it? Let's give it maybe a little lighter shade. Oh no, it's too much. Is that a Bella blue? It's a nice shade of blue, isn't it? There you go. Oh, I love how dark it gets. See, that can't be. It's weird. It's weird. It's very strange how that works. Let's give it a more paler blue. Maybe like that. Always like a bit of custom colour in there. So there you go. Clouds, atmosphere on. There you are. There's your Europa. Looking good. I'm very pleased with that. That's looking great. Give it a nice blue trail to go with it as well. We'll have to go and do everyone's trails. I don't know if this will have much life likelihood because there's no land. No, it's got some. There you go. Yeah, it's good. So there's Europa. So Europa's still cold ocean, but an ocean nonetheless. So looking good. Okay, everyone, so now that Europa is colonised, we're going to finish off today's video there. If you enjoyed it, let's see if we can go for 200 likes on today's video, guys, and also subscribe if you haven't already, and help us on the journey to 40,000 subscribers. It really, really means the world, guys. Really glad you guys are continuing to enjoy this series. And yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments about this. Any things I missed, tips and tricks. Very keen to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. But yeah, if that all said, stay tuned for Ganymede and Callisto coming out later this week. I have actually already filmed their segment as well. If you notice in the background, you may see some coloured trails. So I've got those guys all specced out, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, anyways, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.